What's up, guys? Bullfire the Fell-Handed here, bringing you the Art of the STB Part 7. We are on Abbey, Standard Battle. The greens have spawned on the northern side. The reds have spawned on the southern side. I like to go down the 8-row regardless of which side I'm on. So you can always expect me there. Just FYI. Sometimes I like to roll the middle. The one row is really heavy alley. You can also kind of do some good sniping there, you know, if you're firing on the inside towards the little abbey there, village, what have you. I don't know, it just seems like to me if you go that way, it's really easy for the combat to kind of get one-sided and you to kind of get shot on. There is an E4 with me who is with me this entire combat, and we have wonderful teamwork. Very rarely will you find someone like that. Now, you'll notice I'm also doing the Art of the STB series, but I'm also doing it, I'm trying to do it solo. I had a lot of requests for, you know, hey, we know you do okay in a platoon, how do you do solo? Well, you know, typically the answer is I do better solo because there's more damage to go around if I could take it all myself. But, you know, like I said before, you can't make as much of an impact on the game. So they are pushing this flank a bit hard, a bit too hard for my taste. I am not really crazy about it. I'm kind of looking behind me here. This is a good tactic to do. You know, hold the right shoulder, move the camera around. This is good. It keeps the gun on target, keeps the gun where it needs to be pointed, and you can also look around and see what's going on at the same time. Very good for heavies if you're backing out of a situation. Didn't actually see the E4 there, was going to plan on driving through, didn't see him. So at any rate, we are posted up here. We're ready for whatever this corner is ready to deliver unto us. Managed to sneak a shot in there and end up getting tapped in return, getting racked. Go ahead and fix that. The rack is probably one of my least favorite places to get shot. Trying to pull up there, put a round in him, and then the E4 comes up and finishes him off. Like I said before, you can never find a better teammate than this guy because we work people over together. I know this guy just fired, so I go ahead and just let the right shoulder do the work. I know I have about one more shot before this guy loads. I go ahead and put it in his lower plate, and we're just alternating killing folks so far. So things are going very well for us. I kind of expect to run into some resistance up here. Unfortunately, we don't find any. I would kind of rather everything be laid on the table and you know where they're at. But, you know, we kind of have a good idea. You know, there's going to be those guys at the cap, plus there's quite a number over there at G1. So we know we're going to run into somebody. We just don't exactly know what. They didn't send a whole lot this way. We have the back of a heavy here. We put a round in him. And we've got artillery over here and just an abundance of targets. Taking a round there. Not very in love with that idea. So I'm kind of backing out, and I'm very wary that an artillery is just going to pull out and pop me at any time. So I decide, even if I take, you know, a round in the butt from the heavy, it's well worth it because I've got to get rid of these arties, because you don't want to leave an artillery behind, especially when he's behind you. Because, you know, he can just drop down and just boom, one-shot you. At least that's what I found out in my experience. Now, we have a very good control of the board. We've got a guy moving up the middle there, coming back to the base, T30 I believe, and you know the heavy is also very interested in what's going on. I kind of have an idea here just to zoom by this T30, pop him once, come around behind him. I end up out tanking this T30 very well. You know, the STB has a good DPM there, and that kind of helped. You know, this is a very target rich environment right now. This is one of those situations where as soon as the gun comes up, you're emptying it out again. I just fired dead at. I literally have no idea where the shell went. We both turn because we plan on circling each other. This game was hilarious on a lot of different levels. So there's a hearse over here coming to burn down my E4 friend. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to see if I can't put a couple of rounds in him. Remember what I said a few videos ago? I should be able to get another round before he fully turns his turret around, because those turrets are big and clunky. So I don't know. I'm kind of backing down here. He fired off a round, missed me, and I'm just going to pull up. And I was going to bust him, but he ended up getting taken out. So there's one guy left. You know how this story ends. We're just kind of trying to see who can get to him first. Seeing if we can't get up here, just farm a little bit extra damage. We've done okay this game. Nothing especially spectacular. We've gotten 11 pins. That's okay. You know, we're not pulling down 6 or 7k, but we're doing alright. You know, the E4 was with me every step of the way. 4,069 damage. And he has just done outstanding. He's gotten 5k and some change. You know, I decided to send him a message and just let him know how I felt. That, you know, I felt that he did a fantastic job. And I just wanted to share with him, you know, how I felt about his particular performance in battle. And occasionally, you know, if you perform well or admirably in my presence, I will send you, you know, a congratulations, or in my own words, how I feel that you did in that game. Granted, this particular message is just a little different from, you know, the other ones, but I felt very strongly about that particular subject, and we did very well. Guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share.